Well, g'day there, traders right around the world. Thank you so much for joining me in this weekend market update. What I'll do, I'll have a look at the Dow Jones, the S&P, and also the NASDAQ as we transition into the upcoming trading week. That, of course, is going to take place and begin on Tuesday. Monday is a public holiday, so it is going to be a 4-day trading week. So let's have a look at the Dow Jones. As you can see, we are continuing to run into that very important resistance level around 17,130. At this macro pivot point, this is what makes us excited as technical traders, because one of two things is eventually going to happen. Either we are going to break above this resistance level and continue in the bullish trend around 17,173, or in fact we are going to roll over at this resistance level and set up what looks to be a sideways consolidation, or in other words, a channel. That is having a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Having a look at the S&P, you can also see that we are sitting on the precipice of breaking out and continuing to trend above that 2000 trigger, which we've had set up for the better part of 2 weeks. What it looks as if we've established is a little bit of a stair-step pattern. As you can see, the last 5 trading sessions have been in a very tight trading range with no real overall net movement. This is just saying to us that the market looks to be consolidating short term. It looks to be resting before we get potentially a very important breakout on the S&P 500. So it definitely is a market to watch moving forward. In the event that this is a whipsaw and instead the market rolls over, then again we are setting up what looks to be a sideways consolidation and just the continuation of a sideways channel. Either this is going to be accumulation at these higher levels, or it's going to be distribution. Either people are going to be accumulating or distributing their positions in accord or in attempt to understand and capture either the breakout or eventual breakdown in the S&P. This also obviously works in conjunction with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And to conclude with, we have the NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ, we analyzed this one particular candlestick in great detail about 2 weeks ago. It is what we call a hangman candlestick at resistance. Now, we did have, of course, that bearish trade rollover trigger down here at 4,315, where, of course, it would confirm. That wasn't the case. Instead, we've broken out. And for the past 2 weeks, we've moved quite definitively to the upside. Now, this is telling us one, that the bullish trend continues to move in effect and it still hasn't reversed, which is very, very good for long-term traders and also technical traders who are positioned to capture the price movement moving higher. It's also saying that look for exposure in particular stocks and also potential ETFs. So what I'm going to do is just bring up the Qs, have a look at the Qs, a very, very interesting pivot point. Let me just do that for you now. If we can clear, all right, if we can clear, let me just change to a weekly so I can show you this. If we can clear this hurdle here at about 90, let me just go to a monthly, maybe that'll show it a bit nicer. There we go. If we can clear this hurdle at about $99, most likely 100, that psychological round number, going back to 2000, mid 2000, you can see that we've got a very, very nice resistance level or next resistance level up here about $117. That's a nice $17 move on the Qs. If I change back to a daily, we can really break above this resistance level, with assertion. At the moment, volume seems to be drying up, so please expect at least the NASDAQ and also the Qs to be slowing down at this resistance level. What it might take is for a retest of old resistance to act as new support, and then the bounce is what we can play moving forward into the future on the NASDAQ. So that's a pretty good comprehensive look at these markets. If you want to learn how to do this and understand this in more detail, let me teach it to you. I need more time. That's why and how I go through this particular analysis in our pro weekend class, where I sit down and break down the 3 markets followed by our top 12 individual trades. And it's something which I have just recorded for this week. So check it out. Have a look online. Very powerful analysis class, which is going to take you from where you are to an autonomous trader down the road. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your extended long weekend. Goodbye.